rumble of the discourse. We've taken an abandoned concrete factory at the margins of the declining American empire and repurposed it into a battleground where 19 separate entities from across the political spectrum enter the discourse one by one and do battle to determine who controls the narrative force of the discourse. I hope you'll join me, your Southern Gothic futurist host, dirtgod Raven Mac, for each and every episode of Monday Night Rumble of the Discourse. Hey, greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back at Catbird Arena here, Monday Night Rumble of the Discourse, our Spring 2023 series. We are in Week 5. Just to recap how this bad boy works in case you're brand new, we have 27 competitors from across the political spectrum, both real and unreal. 2 started to open and bell. 1 new one comes out every minute thereafter. You try to beat all your opponents by throwing them over the top rope or pinning them or making them submit. You get a point for anybody you eliminate. Final 4 get bonus points. This is a 7-week series, folks. This is our Spring 2023 series. We've had a couple series previous seasons as well. We are in Week 5, and folks are accumulating points towards being in that Week 7 grand finale to crown the champion of the discourse. And you can see let's see last week's results, actually. As you can see, the Twitter communist Ilhan Omar and the leftist Gunboy are in there. We had a Mayday leftist one. Twitter communist throws Ilhan Omar a German suplex, but the leftist Gunboy gets the pin. But immediately, the Twitter communist covers him to get the pin himself and actually score the victory here. So when you go to our leaderboard now after last week, we can see that the Twitter communist has a nice, solid spot in first place, 27 points. Reply Guy there at 16, Police State at 15, a few other people on the leaderboard. Now, the Twitter communist said that he wanted to referee this week, so let's go to the ring. Twitter communist said he wanted to referee to make sure that some of these other folks who are out here trying to take the points from him don't do anything shady, precarious, and he asked that Black Lives Matter, BLM, be his co-referee. So let's see what happens here. And our first entrance tonight is the Police State, who of course was on that leaderboard not too far down. I mean, a lot of points back, but not he was only in third on the leaderboard, so the Police State is going to come out. Of course, no love between the Police State and Black Lives Matter. And Police State will be facing Stark and a homeless guy. Okay, so we have a homeless guy entering the discourse this week. Very timely with the choke out murder of Jordan Neely on the subway train. A homeless man, mental illness, but plenty of arrests. Had been belligerent on the train. Certainly no reason for him to have been murdered. And people talking about his criminal record, but I don't think that ex-Marine that choked him to death knew his criminal record when he saw this guy on the train. Vigilante, Bernard Getz for 2023, I guess. Homeless guy going after the Police State. Of course, being homeless in cities now is becoming actually illegal in a lot of places. And of course, one of Donald Trump's talking points is he wants to clean cities of the homeless. Not really sure how you do that if you don't give them houses to live in, but apparently they're going to go the criminalization route. The war on the homeless will be treated much like the war on drugs, I guess, where we'll just pretend we can't fix it and be mad at them. And coming out next is Ted Cruz, senator from Texas. Once again sent his thoughts and prayers out after another horrific public mass shooting. Hispanic man with neo-Nazi connections or neo-Nazi desires just opened up on some folks, and there were some pretty horrific images coming out of that. I wish, these guys like Ted Cruz who are saying thoughts and prayers and they refuse to do anything about gun laws, I wish they would just be... Well, there's a pin on Ted Cruz. So Ted Cruz is gone. The Police State takes him out. And we get a buzzer. And it's AOC. So AOC will be out here joining the Police State and a homeless guy. What I was saying about Ted Cruz and these people, these Republican apologists for not doing gun legislation. I kind of wish we would just show them pictures. I saw one picture of a kid from over the weekend. It was just horrible, man. I was mad that I accidentally saw it, and you can't unsee those things. And I wish that they would just show these guys those pictures and just answer to that, man. Answer to these children who are getting shot with, like, assault rifles. It's crazy. Well, AOC is locked up with a homeless guy. Homeless guy has an armbar on AOC. The police state is bloody and bruised, and he flips a homeless guy and is going for a pin here. And homeless guy is eliminated. Clarence Thomas comes out, and police state nails AOC over there and knocks her out too. So the police state said he wanted to come out here and assert his authority, even though he was not refereeing. He was trying to compete, and he's eliminated the first 3 folks. So now he's got Clarence Thomas, who has come in. Of course, Clarence Thomas, further corruption uncovered in the past week with him, and he just got the bejesus slammed out of him by police state. Clarence Thomas, and it's sort of this thing that, you know, the Supreme Court justice is corrupt and openly accepting things that are against the ethics, and he's got a pin on the police state. No, not even a 1 count. They're not being ethical. What's the check? Like, there doesn't seem to be a check to this. There's no balance. We got music. I'm waiting to see who's coming out next to join Clarence Thomas in the police state. And it's Zoe Zephyr. So Zoe Zephyr, if you're not familiar, this is a state politician in Montana. Similar to how the Tennessee politicians protesting guns were expelled from the state house. Zoe Zephyr is a Montana politician, state representative, who was elected from her district, trans woman, and they expelled her. They've expelled her, and they won't let her back. And she gets a pin on Clarence Thomas, so Zoe Zephyr gets some points here in the discourse, eliminates Clarence Thomas. Probably doesn't bode well if her case ends up in the Supreme Court. And here he comes, Ron DeSantis, the beta alpha male, quietly trying to figure out how he's going to announce he's running against Donald Trump without getting Donald Trump's ire. Police state almost pinned by Zoe Zephyr, only a 2 count. Ron DeSantis getting in there now. And a roll up on the police state. Zoe Zephyr rolled over by the police state. Now he is beating on her. And Twitter comments just threw one of his briefcases against the police state. So there's briefcases. We have 27 briefcases scattered around the ring. Those are filled with super PAC money. And we have 7 ladders in and out the ring. There's 2 of them broken in the ring already. And those symbolize the meritocracy myth. Well, I'm not a conspiracist, but coming out now is not an FBI agent. And I want to warn you all, if you're doing any sort of activism, if you have somebody show up who is encouraging you to do inflammatory and violent things, they may be an FBI agent, but they will probably tell you they're not an FBI agent. So just beware of that. Ron DeSantis is bloody in there. Not an FBI agent on the police state, and there's a 2 and a 3. The police state is gone. So not an FBI agent has eliminated the police state, doing a little bit of work to ingratiate him with his fellow anti-police people to set them up for a bigger crime. And hey, look, it's Elon Musk, the shockingly stupid billionaire. You know, I gotta say, as someone who had long ago given up on the meritocracy myth and realized that it was a sham, it's still somewhat shocking to see how fucking stupid Elon Musk is. Like, that guy's really dumb. But he's also extremely online, and if you're extremely online, it does hinder your intelligence, I think. It fills your common sense parts of your brain with things that probably aren't as sensible. So we've got Zoe Zephyr, Montana State Representative, Ron DeSantis, Governor of Florida, not an FBI agent, idiot billionaire Elon Musk, and joining them now is the bootlicker. Here he comes, the bootlicker, and he salutes the police state there in the aisle, coming in, showing love for the police state. The bootlicker, one of those back the blue outlaw types. Somehow an outlaw who loves the police. Explain that one to me. And the bootlicker slams not an FBI agent, and going after Zoe Zephyr now. Ron DeSantis and Elon Musk going at it. Elon Musk pressing Ron DeSantis, and then drops him on that ladder and goes for the pin. Slow count there, but he still gets a 3 count. So Ron DeSantis punked by Elon Musk. That's gotta hurt. And here he comes, New York City Mayor Eric Adams, former policeman, definite hater of the homeless that Jordan Neely situation. He did not help it at all. Put all the blame on Jordan Neely. We didn't even know who the Marine was for a couple days. Of course, Eric Adams cutting most social services in the city, so blaming mental health while also not doing anything to help mental health. And he's climbing one of those meritocracy ladders, and he does a spinning leg drop on Elon Musk, and not an FBI agent goes for the pin, but only gets it too. Now not an FBI agent is on that rim, and Eric Adams is out there too, and Eric Adams knocks off not an FBI agent, and Elon Musk takes out Eric Adams. So Eric Adams did not last long out here. Elon Musk taking advantage of the situation. And it's Greg Abbott, Texas Governor Greg Abbott. And I want to note for you folks that if you see pictures of Greg Abbott, he's actually paralyzed and is bound to a wheelchair. But in the magical reality of Catbird Arena and the Monday Night Rumble of the Discourse, Greg Abbott can walk and answer for his discourse. And he pins Zoe Zephyr, so he's coming out hard. Of course, Greg Abbott on the mic again after another horrific mass shooting. There's been one each week the past 2 weeks in Texas, and once again saying it's a mental health issue and gun legislation is not the answer. And you look at the statistics, man, and people are getting shot up in Texas like crazy. Like it's the Wild West out there again, except for it's not wild. And Anonymous comes out. Anonymous, that old collective, we are many, we are legion, Anonymous, they're still out here. Of course, they're all fractured apart, and each one of them individually acting in whichever way that they feel they want to act. So we have one of those Anonymous here. I know Elon has given some of these counts their verified status, even though they haven't paid for it. He's, of course, being extremely online, he's a fan of the old Anonymous style, even though he's a billionaire. And Anonymous is in there. Quite an outfit on Anonymous, to be honest. I didn't expect something like that. And magical reality continues. Here comes Dianne Feinstein, the 327-year-old senator from California who was elected after the Mexican-American War. She is in there, and Elon Musk just suspended Anonymous over that top rope. He's gone, so a little fallout there. So we've got 327-year-old Dianne Feinstein going up against paralyzed Greg Abbott, the bootlicker over there. Elon Musk taking a little break in the corner and comes off with that briefcase and misses everybody and falls. Greg Abbott going for a pin on the bootlicker here. Only a 2 count. Elon kicked over the top rope by Dianne Feinstein. She should have went in, but she's old, doesn't have the mental acuity. But she goes back after him and knocks him out. And Greg Abbott thrown over as well by the bootlicker. So we got the bootlicker and Dianne Feinstein are the only 2 left. And Bernie Sanders comes out, and bootlicker beating on Dianne Feinstein. You would think that Bernie Sanders would help his elder here. Bernie himself in his 70s, but Dianne Feinstein has a couple centuries on him. Well, not centuries. I think she's only about 153 years older than him. Twitter communist falls off the ladder. Dianne Feinstein doesn't seem to really know what she's doing. She grabs that stick that Bernie Sanders brought in. Bernie with a roll-up on the bootlicker. Hey, man, the bootlicker's gone. Bernie took him out. So we got Bernie Sanders and Dianne Feinstein, and they're falling all over the place. BLM slams the bootlicker. Who's going to come out to Discourse with Feinstein and Sanders? It's Tucker Carlson. A little video of him talking about Jeffrey Epstein was circulating. Of course, he's not on Fox News anymore. We're waiting to see where he lands. Horrible, horrible frat boy type with the eternally stoned, perplexed look about any fact he is told. I am sure wherever he ends up, be even more incendiary than Fox News. Feinstein and Sanders going at it, though, and Carlson off by himself, holding his shoulder over. Oh, pile driver on Dianne Feinstein. Devastating move by Bernie Sanders. One of them should have pinned her there and put her out of her misery. And I recognize that music. Here comes the Proud Boy. Of course, Proud Boy's been in the news. Their leader and some of their higher members convicted of sedition in January 6th thing. Proud Boy, he puts another ladder in there. Proud Boys, of course, still hold true to the fact that they are not seditious. They only want to overthrow the tyrannical government. I'm not quite sure how you reconcile the fact that you're not seditious if you're trying to overthrow your government, which you call a tyrant. There's some mental math going on there. And Bernie with a pin on Dianne Feinstein. She is out. She is out, folks. Let's let her retire, man. Let's replace her. I don't even care who they put in there. Just put somebody in there. And here comes Ben Shapiro, that little mental midget. Of course, he was complaining about the Screenwriters Guild strike going on, and it came to light that he was a failed screenwriter, the son of very powerful and rich Hollywood executive types, and who apparently, through nepotism, give their children screenwriter jobs, and that's how they continue to live off the inheritance of the dwindling wealth of those before them. And Shapiro flunked out of that. If you can't be a good enough writer to write TV in Hollywood, I don't know, man. That's saying a lot. And joining the melee is the woke mobster. Got that hammer. No sickle, just the hammer. Woke mobster coming out. Not only, the woke mobster had a good season in our winter 2023 season, but I don't think the woke mobster's even gotten a point this season. We've had a couple people like that. I don't think Tucker Carlson's gotten a point either. Ben Shapiro almost pinned him. So we've got Bernie Sanders, Tucker Carlson, the Proud Boy, Ben Shapiro, and the woke mobster. That's your discourse right now, folks. That is the nature of the discourse. A bunch of sordid characters and politicians. Woke mobster and the Proud Boy going at it over there in the corner. Dianne Feinstein still hadn't gotten out the ring. And I recognize this music too. This is our man who was in second place coming in tonight, the reply guy from the south side of Facebookistan. Reply guy definitely looking to get some points. He is going to be making comments on anything you see posted on Facebook. Always behind the comfort of those mirrored sunglasses. Bernie Sanders over the top rope. The Proud Boy eliminates him. So he is out. Dianne Feinstein still in the ring, has not gotten out. She can't find her way out. She was eliminated a while ago. Now she's climbing the ladder. And jumps off on the Twitter communist. Well, here comes the lady cop. Maybe she'll enforce a little bit of law and order. And the Twitter communist just beats Dianne Feinstein and knocks her off. Finally getting her out of the ring. We still got a number of folks to come out. Lady cop going at that woke mobster. Natural enemies. Ben Shapiro just kind of trying to avoid things. And in there with the Proud Boy now. Reply guy over in the corner. And Tucker Carlson's still out there going for a pin on that woke mobster. And he doesn't get the pin. Now, you know how much he hates the woke mob. His imaginary enemy. And Ben Shapiro with a power slam on the lady cop. Does not get the pin. Marjorie Taylor Greene joining things here. Well, the lady cop did get tossed over the top rope, though, by Ben Shapiro, so the midget podcaster does get a point, and the Proud Boy pinned Tucker Carlson. I guess no longer satisfied with the former Fox News pundit, and Reply Guy gets a little leg sweep on him as well, so everybody's turning on Tucker here. Marjorie Taylor Greene trying to get a couple shots in, and Tucker just backhands her. And he's going to finally leave the ring. So the Proud Boy in there, Marjorie Taylor Greene, woke mobster, Reply Guy, and Ben Shapiro hiding down in the corner. And we get a buzzer, and joining these five will be the subscribe blue check, my least favorite type of human. The actual proud subscribe blue check who is paying $8 a month to use Twitter, have their horrible, inane opinions boosted, and pretending they're doing it in the name of free speech or, I don't know, cryptocurrency. I don't know what the hell these people are thinking. Marjorie Taylor Greene over the top rope. No, she does not hang on. She falls, so she is eliminated. Reply Guy on that top rope. What's he doing? Well, he just gets down. Proud Boy in there. And Twitter communists just suplex BLM over the top rope off one of those ladders for some reason. They're the refs. And subscribe blue check got tossed. And here comes President Biden. He forgot his shoes again. President Biden. He's standing behind Marjorie Taylor Greene, mouthing off to her, it looks like. President Biden coming out. They're talking about how his approval ratings are the lowest they've ever been. Like, he's fighting Marjorie Taylor Greene in the aisle. People don't really like Biden, and, you know, I gotta admit, I don't either. I think about the only way I would end up voting for Biden is if it's only Biden and Trump. Really, any third-party candidate gives me an excuse not to vote for Biden. I am, and I know people might get mad about that and say electoral politics, but look, man, I'm not voting for these pieces of shit. You know, if I gotta walk up to my polling station and actually fill out a dot, I'm gonna pick the one that I feel the least horrible about. And here comes the free thinker. So the free thinker is coming out. He will join things here, and he goes right after Ben Shapiro, running forearm there. And there's a pin on Woke Mobster. The reply guy eliminates the Woke Mobster, so he's getting a point or two here to move him up these charts, perhaps. I believe we got 2 people left to come out. I know the Twitter communist said he hand-selected the last man, and he has a surprise for us. He told me backstage, he said, "Raven, dirtgod, I think you're going to like my surprise for the last entrant." I never know what to think when Twitter communist is talking to me. Like, I kind of like him, but I also find him kind of annoying. And here comes the legacy blue check, our next to last person. Of course, he's changed doesn't have that blue check on Twitter anymore, and has added his blue sky handle to his Twitter name. Want you to know he's already got that invite to Blue Sky and loving it over there. The new Twitter, the latest new Twitter. We seem like we have a new Twitter every month. There was almost a pin on a reply guy by Ben Shapiro, who's hanging tough. So we got 6 folks in there with 1 more to come out. Reset the field for you here, folks. The Proud Boy is out there. Reply guy Ben Shapiro, President Biden, the free thinker, and the legacy blue check. Biden is bloody. And our last entrant, who is it? All right, the Unabomber. The Unabomber is coming out. They let him out of Florence ADX. He got out of Supermax, come back to the Discourse. Ben Shapiro eliminated. I didn't see what happened. I was marking out for the Unabomber. And Biden with a nice bridge on legacy blue check doesn't get a pin. So we got 6 folks left. Final 4 will get bonus points. Twitter communists and BLM are your referees in there, maintaining order to the Discourse. Twitter communists on top of a ladder. Oh no, I don't know who's up on that horse. That was Ben Shapiro hiding out on top of a ladder. Reply guy got pinned in there, I think. And then the Proud Boy rolled up by Unabomber. So they're eliminated. We're down to our final 4, just like that. And free thinkers swinging that hammer on people. So we got President Biden, the free thinker, the legacy blue check, and the Unabomber. So these 4 will get bonus points. I know Biden has been on that list up there. Legacy blue check has been up there. I don't know. I think the free thinker might have a point or 2, and the Unabomber I don't think has any points this season. So he'll crack the scoreboard. Legacy blue check putting that chokehold on President Biden. Not unlike the video we saw from the subway. Biden fights his way out of it. The free thinker pummeling the Unabomber on the head. Twitter communist holding his hip over there. Proud Boy still in the ring, still hadn't left. Got some ladybugs swarming around here in Catbird Arena today because of the warm weather. Kind of annoying the hell out of me right now. Sorry, folks, if I seem a little distracted. There's ladybugs landing on me. And legacy blue check pins the free thinker, so the free thinker shamefully gets 3 bonus points. That's all he gets. Yeah, he's talking some trash, but that's all you're going to get, buddy. Free think your way onto the back. Biden kicked by the Unabomber. Legacy blue check knocked into one of those ladders by the Unabomber. Biden probably should have went for the pin, but then he got hit by that 2x4 by the free thinker. Legacy blue check pressing Biden, drops him on his face, going for the pin. Is that enough? That is enough. Biden is out, so President Biden gets 5 bonus points for finishing in 3rd. He is eliminated in our final 2. Well, Biden gets a shot on the Unabomber there, and double middle fingers, and getting another shot on the Unabomber. Throws him in that ladder, and now Legacy blue check had that hammer, but he gets kicked by the Unabomber, so we got the Legacy blue check and the Unabomber, our final 2. Legacy blue check slams the Unabomber. Let's see who wins this thing. BLM just throws Legacy blue check into that ladder. That's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, I'm going for the Unabomber here, folks. they run into each other. They both fall down. Legacy Blue Check has that sledgehammer and nails the Unabomber with it. Hits him with the elbow. Right to the small of the back. Slams him. Could have went for the pin, but didn't. Pulling him across the ring. They both fall again. We're almost at the 30-minute mark here, folks. 30 minutes into this 5th week of the Discourse. Kick to the Unabomber. Punched by the Unabomber on Legacy Blue Check. Fighting back. Come on, Ted. Picks him up. Oh no, Legacy Blue Check spins out of it. That could have been it. Elbow to the gut. Elbow to the back. Little punch there to the kidneys. Nothing like a good kidney punch to make a man cringe. Unabomber getting some shots in. Nice clothesline. Unabomber might take this thing. No, Legacy Blue Check fighting back. Into the ladder goes Unabomber. Kick. Unabomber back up. Legacy Blue Check kicking him. Trying to pull him to the middle of the ring, and they're flipping around and fighting. Nobody really holding the upper hand. Legacy Blue Check thrown into the ladder. Kicked again. Pretty even fight here. These were our last 2 entrants, so they are the most rested. Of course, they're the last 2, so it doesn't matter who's more rested. Unabomber did come out after Legacy Blue Check, and he goes for a pin. We got a 1, only a 1. Now he's got a headlock on him, trying to weaken him. Punch to the forehead. Bust him open, Ted. Bust him open. He's got that sledgehammer, but Legacy Blue Check stops him and slams him. He falls on that shoulder awkwardly. Goes for the pin. That's 2, and that's 3. Legacy Blue Check. They were going back and forth. He's mocking the Unabomber now in center ring. Legacy Blue Check gets the win. A shock win here. I did not expect that. So let's look at the replay. You can see the Unabomber has that sledgehammer. It looks like he might be coming in for the grand finale here to finish this thing. But the Legacy Blue Check moves around, drops him, gets the quick pin. So let's look at our results. You can see the Legacy Blue Check got 14 points. Eliminated 4 folks, man. That's pretty good. Unabomber with 8. President Biden with 5 didn't eliminate anybody, only got his bonus points. Freethinker with 4. Police State and Elon Musk both eliminated 3 people each. And then Bernie Sanders, the Reply Guy, and the Proud Boy there rounding out our results tonight. And the standings after 5 events tightened up a little bit, but the Twitter Communist still has a strong lead with 27 points. Legacy Blue Check with 22. Police State and Reply Guy both with 18. Elon with 17. Trump and Biden tied up with 13, and Leftist Gumboy still up there on that leaderboard with 10 points. So that's where we stand. Next week will be week 6. So with week 6, what we have done in the previous seasons, we'll probably be doing again this week, right, Bob? Yeah, okay. So folks who have gotten points but aren't at the top of that leaderboard, I think about 5 or 6 points you're guaranteed in the finale now. So all the people we have with like 1 to 5 points who have earned a point but not sealed a ticket to that final 27 in week 7, they are going to be out here next week trying to get more points to punch a ticket to our finale in 2 weeks, where we crown a champion of the Discourse for spring 2023. As always, folks, this is supported by my Southern Gothic Futurist Patreon. You should just click the link in the description and start throwing money at me. Just throw large wads of money at me. If you just click this by happenstance, never seen one of these videos before, you should just start giving me $100 a month, $500 a month. Like, just give me money. Just throw money at your boy dirtgod. You can Venmo me or Cash at me as well. It's at RavenMac23 or that $sign RavenMac23. RavenMac23, because if you do it 3 times, it's 69. Just throw all your money at me that you possibly can, so I can save it up and escape this sinking ship that is called the declining American empire. So until next week, folks, that's it from Catbird Arena. Shout out to my man Catbird. Love you, brother. And we will be back next week for week 6 and then week 7 after that. And then we'll shut her down until the summer series, or I don't know what we'll do. Who the fuck knows? I am flying by the seat of my pants, folks. That's why you need to send me money, because I'm losing my fucking mind. All right. I love y'all. Appreciate you making it to the end. Salam.